Hey guys, Sean Mayer here, and today we're going to talk about why you should integrate mind-body exercises into your routine. Now, lately you've probably noticed that I have had a lot about being balanced on my Twitter and my Facebook and my blog and such. But I don't think it can be stressed enough how important it is to be balanced in our lives, and balanced in so many different ways: balanced in our activity, balanced in our health, balanced in our overall well-being. And specifically what I'm talking about is how mind-body exercise helps us to be balanced. Now, for those who don't know what mind-body exercise is, essentially it is any form of exercise that allows a connection between your mind and your body. Examples include Pilates, yoga, Qigong, Tai Chi, and many other forms such as Qi running and Qi walking. And there are so many different forms of mind-body exercise that you could literally just spend a lifetime learning and studying about them. I'm not going to go into them about all these different methods. Kind of like that was last week's video, a little bit about meditation. But instead, I'm going to talk briefly about why we should integrate these into our life. Now, very first thing you got to know: the most central part of your entire body that controls everything about you is your central nervous system. And your central nervous system consists of your brain and your spinal cord. Now, within your central nervous system, there's there's many parts, but the specific one we're going to talk about is the autonomic nervous system, which is the nervous system producing the response, producing output to the body. And there's two parts of the autonomic nervous system: the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is what we also know as the rest digest. Essentially, it's kind of right there in the name. Anything that produces a resting and digesting stimulus, such as digesting your food, rebuilding muscle, those are examples of the rest and digest, the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system, on the other hand, is the exact opposite. It's known as the fight or flight response, in which it is your body producing a stimulus or a response to be able to fight danger or get away from danger. This is probably the most common area in which we feel ourselves being, and which has been. For example, when cavemen, if you believe that, the concept of it is there. They were in this probably quite frequently trying to go out and hunt for food, fighting away, or taking an entire family and running as far as they could to get away from whatever danger was out there. But with that response, they used it to what it needed to be. They were actually active. And that is what I would say this is active. This is us doing, and this is more passive us not doing anything. So, now, with that knowledge, know that there are healthy ways of being in here. For example, in the car, let's say a car is about to hit you and you swerve out of the way or something, you might stimulate this kind of response. Or, in an example of maybe someone's in danger, you need to go save them. You'll feel adrenaline kick, and adrenaline is production of the fight or flight response. When you exercise, your body produces your cortisol and adrenaline as well to be able to meet up to the demands of that exercise. And those are healthy things. Those are good things that create that response. But there are many other things in our life that create this response that are not good. When we experience lots of stress, when we experience anxiety, we experience a fight or flight response. However, it's not going anywhere. It's empty. You could say it's almost empty because all it's doing is using up resources. And a lot of times we tip this scale and we're in this side far too long. And that is where a lot of problems come in. So how do we fix this then? Well, there's many ways. But how mind-body, and most of them have to do with mind-body. Even just taking deep breaths, you could say, is a form of this mind-body connection. And to show you the exact scientific terms for it, we have something called, within each of us, an HPA axis, which consists of your hypothalamus, which is located in your brain, your pituitary gland, and your adrenal glands. Now, you might be familiar with that. Adrenal might stick out to you specifically because it sounds a lot like the word adrenaline. And adrenaline, or what is known as epinephrine and norepinephrine, are excreted through the adrenal glands, which are located right behind your kidneys. So essentially, what this is, how this works, is when you are in mind-body exercise, you produce a connection between these three parts of your body, which produce these hormones here, CRH and ACTH, which strengthen your connection between the mind, which is the hypothalamus, and the body, which is the pituitary and adrenal glands. And in doing so, you reduce the activation of these parts right here. So, for example, your adrenal glands will excrete more epinephrine and norepinephrine. And by that reduction of what's going on this axis and increasing the connection, you reduce your flight or fight response, and you'll feel less stress. Now, I could go into immense detail about the benefits of this, but that's essentially it. With that lessened response of fight or flight, you will feel, essentially, you will feel less stress. You will just genuinely feel better in a variety of ways. For example, you won't constantly be feeling like you're about to be under attack. And that is what happens when we're in that stress, what we're feeling when we're feeling stress or in that fight or flight response. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys were able to learn something there. I'm still learning. We're all learning. It's great and wonderful. But please sign up for my newsletter below for more information on how that you can be able to get better balance, better health in your life. Also, feel free to check out my blog, my Facebook and Twitter and Instagram page below. Thank you, and have you guys a nice day.